Well, hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if you are new, welcome to you as well. I have 4 or 5 beautiful tier tray minis as a part of the Hello Pumpkin open playlist. So let's get crafting. So this first one, I got this from Dollar General, and I removed that blessed sign, and there I'll just show you how it looked before I took it off. I'm also removing the raffia bow from on top of this pumpkin, and it not only glued but it was also stapled. So here I'm just sanding down where the blessed sign, where I took the blessed sign off. I had some mixed paint remaining, and I'm just going over the surface of the pumpkin with that was left over. Dried that a little bit. Now, for no rhyme or reason, I'm not sure why I did not just go straight to my white paint. So I took Waverly chalk paint in ivory and gave that one good coat. And here I am again with mixed paint, just using up what was left. And I'm just painting the peduncle of the pumpkin with some of the mixed paint that I had left over. Now you can paint the peduncle with green or brown, or you can leave it as it was. I'm using up my excess paint. And here I go again with a fine paintbrush, using up the excess paint, because we're not wasting anything. No, we're not. And I'm just stroking some lines on the pumpkin, kind of trying to get back to the original lines that were there. But of course, you know that did not work as how you would want it to work. But anyway, we got the lines in there. So now I got this I got this stencil set from Amazon. I will link that down below if you are interested. And what I did, I just separated them, cut out the little sections. And then I took this one that says, Happy Pumpkin Spice Season. And then I fuzzed the stencil on this microfiber cloth. You want to make sure that you fuzz your stencil. That helps to get rid of some of the stickiness before you put it on your surface. I got that paste from Amazon. It came in a set of 6. I will also link that down below if you are interested. I think I got the set for maybe $9.99. I still had a little of the paint remaining, so I took the squeegee and just scraped that out. And I'm just transferring that onto the stencil. And the squeegee helps to get the paste or your paint on in this small area. Lifted the stencil just a little bit because you don't want to leave it on there for too long. It will start drying and then lift up your paint. And then can't talk today. I'm taking a little nutmeg brown and I'm painting in the peduncle, and the little stem or twirly, I painted that with some leftover green. So there I lifted off the stencil just to make sure that it wasn't sticking too much. And now I'm going to paint in the word that says Happy Pumpkin. And I'm using the same paste. Well, now I'm using the paste. I was using the leftover paint before, but now I'm using the paste, and I'm using the squeegee to spread that. You can also use a little sponge dabber to just dab that on, but since I was already using the squeegee, I'm using that to spread the paste. You can also use paint. You don't necessarily have to use paste. So let's peel this off and see what we got. It looks amazing. Love it. I flipped over the pumpkin, and I'm now using this stencil that says Sweeter Than Pumpkin Pie. And it has a little pie on. I'm using the paste to do the pie. And there was a little section at the top. I used a little of the brown paint to do that. And because this graphic is so small, you have to be careful or you get your paste spreading all over. Now I took the black paste and did the Sweeter Than Pumpkin, and that did not work out well. I guess because it was a little too thin, so it bled. So of course I had to peel that off and then painted over the surface again. And now I'm going back over it using the paint this time. And that came out much better. And I'm just using the heat gun to dry that. And of course, my original pumpkin pie looked so much better than the second time around. But anyway, it's pumpkin pie anyway, right? So after I got all of that done, I took my finger sponge and a little antique wax, and I'm just going around the edge of the pumpkin on both sides. And then I took a piece of jute, glued down the end, and then wrapped it around the peduncle a few times. Now guys, this is just inspiration. You can do your pumpkin however you want to do your pumpkin. You can do one side, you can do double-sided like I'm doing here. You can change up the colors, you can handwrite, you can put on Dollar Tree stencils or rub-on transfers. Doesn't matter how you want to do it. This is what it looks like. Love it. More of that in the final reveal. This playlist is called Hello Pumpkin, and we are making all things pumpkin today. This is hosted by Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY and Krista from Krista's Crafty Life. I will leave links to the ladies' channels down in my description box. You can check them out as well as the playlist when you get done watching my video. I will also leave a link for the playlist below the video. For my next inspiration, this is also from the Dollar General. This is a wooden tag, and I'm just removing the sticker that's behind. This was $1 when Dollar General, actually I got it for 50 cents when they had their summer sale recently. So I removed the sticker. I also removed the beaded tassel. I set that aside because of course I will be replacing it. And I'm just sanding off the edges. Now this is optional. If you don't want to sand your edges down, you can just leave it as is. So I sanded that down, painted it with 2 coats of Waverly chalk paint in ivory, then took my dry chippy brush and a little antique wax, and I'm just stroking lines on both sides of the wood because I'm giving it that shiplap look. And of course we're doing double-sided, so I'm just working on both sides at the same time. And then I took the same brush and just squeezed the bristles together, went around the edges to distress that. Now this napkin is beautiful. I got this at the Christmas tree shop. Unfortunately, they are no longer in business, but I'm just removing the outer edge of my pumpkin by just tearing that. I wanted to keep that border because I thought that gave it some depth. So I'm just trimming that down a little bit. And then I'm also going to place this at the bottom of our sign. I'm going to just speed this up a little bit. You all know how to decoupage already, but I just want to keep this in there for those who have not yet seen the process of decoupaging. And I will leave a video right at the top here. So if you have never seen the process and would like to check that out, you can watch that video. If you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I'm so happy you joined me today. Here on my channel, I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, look for less, and thrift flips. If you love budget-friendly DIYs like these and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell. Hit it again and select all so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload new videos. So I placed the napkin down, sealed it with a second coat of Mod Podge, and now I'm just using the emery board to file off the excess. And then just apply a little heat to seal everything. Now for the other side, as I mentioned, I was doing reversible. I placed the Harvest Blessings, which was on the top section of the napkin. I placed that on the reverse side, and I wanted to blend the napkin into the paint. So I used a little Waverly Celery chalk paint on the sponge dabber and just gently going across that white section to blend it in so that it looks like it's all one piece. And then I just also went around the edge of the napkin, not the napkin, the edge of the board with the sponge to distress that. Now for further embellishment, or should I say for embellishment. Off camera, I painted one of the beads with the same celery paint. And here I am just gluing that down, and to cover where the knot was or the jute, I'm just using some of these little small flowers. I'm falling in love with these little flowers so much. I selected the ones with the colors that were close enough to the napkin for this side as well as the reverse side. Flip that around, and I'm using a piece of this ribbon that I got from BB Craft. And I chose this champagne color because of that pumpkin that is on the napkin. My friends, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around with me. I know I have not been posting a lot recently. A lot has been going on, and mostly because of church. And that comes first, my friends. That trumps everything else. So thank you for always coming by whenever I upload and commenting and watching. If you have not yet subscribed, if you've been watching me for a while and have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. It really does help my channel to grow. If you enjoy the content that I bring you all the time, I do appreciate you coming by and watching. But subscribe, my friend. I'd love to have you. And then I just added a few more flowers on this side. I really love this one. I think this one is my favorite. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Now we're on to inspiration number 3. This is also another Dollar General sign, and you could also use this one for a pumpkin. This is one of their little mini cutting board, and this had the words fall, fall, fall. I wanted to keep the fall that was at the very top, so I covered that and painted it with 2 coats of apple barrel acrylic white paint. That it's dry. This napkin, I got this from the Dollar Tree, I believe, and I like the vintage look of this napkin. I'm only going to use one piece or one flower panel right in the center on this side. So I removed the ply from the back, applied the napkin, not the napkin, all right, I'm just gonna keep quiet. You guys know what to do or what I'm doing. You can just see that because I'm getting all tongue-tied because I'm overthinking things. I don't want to talk too much, so let me just let you guys watch. You already know what to do. So those little things that you see me picking apart, those are little acorns. I thought that it needed a little bit of those little acorns. So once I got all of that on there, now I'm just using the heat gun to dry that. I wanted some further embellishment and to separate the top section from the bottom half. So I took that gold marker I got that from the Dollar Tree, and just drew a line to separate the top half from the bottom half. And just to seal everything in, I placed the parchment paper over it and used a heat press to just seal that. And actually that was the other side. I forgot to mention that I did that side off camera. And here I'm just replacing the beaded tag or the beaded string that was around it in the initial stage, and tack that down. And you may say, but Christine, that is not a pumpkin. Now this could actually be a pumpkin. You know, you can turn that into a pumpkin if you wanted. Now for our final inspiration, this came from Michael's for 69 cents. And that napkin, my friend May over at Craft Away with May, she sent me that beautiful napkin and I love it so much. The pumpkins on there are just so beautiful. And this one is pretty straightforward, just like all the others that I did before. So I will just let you enjoy watching how I made this one. Just don't blink or jump ahead or you're gonna miss it. Kept this string there, and I'm going to paint this with 2 coats of Waverly chalk paint in crystal because that color matched the pumpkins on the napkin. And here I am mixing paint again. Now it's time for further embellishment. I took the word fall from some Scrabble tiles that I have in my stash. I think I got that from Dollar Tree. I wanted them to stand out a little bit and not lay too flat. Took 2 small beads and cut those with my miter shear. This thing works so powerfully. And glue them down at the back. Now this part is optional. I added the beads because I thought that I wanted them inside, but when I placed them inside, they were too far back on the surface, and I changed my mind. I had this little lace ribbon. I thought this needed something else at the top right there, and so I just cut that in two, glued it down, and then here I am trying to fit my letters inside the box. It's not fitting, so I decided to glue them on the outer edge. I glue the F down first and then one of the L. You want to anchor your letters so you have enough space for all of them. And then I just glue in the other two, the A and the L. Now I wanted this to have a little bit more pizzazz. So this little mushroom came from a set from the Dollar Tree. And here I was trying again with my little flowers. I decided not to go with it because I just couldn't find anywhere to put it. And here we are for the final reveal. Love, love, love these. Let me know which one is your favorite, my friends. I love the pumpkins on the wooden tag. That one is my favorite, I believe. And here they are all displayed on my tiered tray. Let me know which one of these 7 DIY inspiration was your favorite, because 3 of them are double-sided, so that's 2 in 1. But let me know which one was your favorite. Don't forget to check out the host channels as well as the playlist down below. And if you found value in the content, be sure to subscribe. And if you love budget-friendly content like this one, I suggest this video right here or this playlist. And if you watched to the end, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget, Jesus loves you and so do I. Stay safe until my next one. Bye.